Okay, so today we're going to be distressing old wood. You're going to need sander. This is 100 grit sandpaper. We've got a bowl of water and a wet rag, and then my paint. This is stained wood. I'm going to sand the stain off so that it's a good color underneath. And then I'll go ahead and paint it, and I'll show you how to distress it. Okay, so now I have this sanded. I've sanded the edges so that it'll look a little more rustic, and the top of it is smooth. You don't want it to be splintery or anything like that. You want to be able to run your hands over it. And now we are ready to throw some paint on there. Okay, so before you paint, you're going to want to get all the dust off. So take a wet rag and wipe this down before you start painting. And then once it dries, you're ready to go. So we're going to paint a coat on right now. And after it dries, we will sand it again and give it a little distressed look. Okay, so I tried to cover this entire thing with the white. The more wood that's showing through, when you're sanding and distressing, the sawdust from the wood's going to get in your paint and it's going to discolor your white. So I tried to get everything painted. That way my white is a true white when I'm done. Okay, now that our paint is dry, we're going to take a wet rag and you'll wring it out and wipe your board down. You want it to be a little bit more than damp, but you are using the sander, so don't get it too wet. Alright, that looks good. Now I still have the same sandpaper. This is my 100 grit sandpaper. I'm going to start sanding, and I'll turn it over and show you. This will fill with paint, but don't worry about it. Keep going. It'll start pulling off the white to distress it. So I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so see this? Keep going. This whole thing will fill up. But don't worry about trying to see where it's already starting to distress. If your board dries, you'll just take your rag and re-wet it. You'll also want to be kind of wiping the dust off so it doesn't discolor your white. More paint, don't worry about it. All we're really doing is moving our paint around, and it'll fill up. Just keep going. After you've sanded, go ahead, take your wet washcloth and wipe it off so that the wood is coming through. Here's your finished product. I like it when the wood that's coming through is a little bit gray. So what I'll do is I'll actually just turn this on, make a quick sweep, and it'll turn the wood just a little bit gray. then I just let that dry and we're done. The nice thing about distressing wood like this is that it's natural. It just does it itself. Not every piece is exactly the same, and that's kind of gives it character, and that's what's nice about it. So we'll show you what we did with these when we're done.